Hello friends, my name is Koolio and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, we're taking a first look impressions video for a new game that just came out called Crystal Hearts. Now this game did release last week and I've been playing it over the holiday break, the holiday weekend, and I've been enjoying it. It's been a lot of fun. Now the English version of the game is what released last week. However, I believe this game has been available in Japan for a couple of months now. I can't guarantee that. But yeah, the English global release, I believe, came out last week. So I'll have links down in the description below if you guys want to give this game a try. Now, in the title of this video, I say that this game is generic but great, and I stand by. This game is a generic hero collector game. There isn't really a whole lot of things to make it stand out, yet I think it does things in a great, well-polished way. However, I will say that the story in the game, the dialogue is extremely cheesy, and the translation isn't always the best. But other than that, it's just a really well-polished gacha hero game. Now you can see this is my team right here. That's the guy on the right is the first character that you get. And then the game does give you a free like 10 hero summon at the beginning. And I got these 3 lovely ladies in the back as part of my team. And the one on the far left, the black cat ninja one, is my 5-star strongest hero in the game. So let me go ahead. We're going to jump into some combat so I can actually show you kind of what it looks like. The game does have the standard, you know, you go from zone to zone to zone, fighting off different monsters and stuff like that. However, I do want to jump into this stage right here because there was some interesting mechanics that were happening in this stage that I want to share with you. Now, the game's combat system is active. Your characters will automatically move and attack targets that are closest to them. However, you can move your units around. Like once you grab a unit and start moving them, time will kind of slow down. You can move them around, make them target certain areas, make them, you know, make your healer target a certain character on your team to heal, things like that. Now, when you're jumping into a scenario, we're jumping into combat like this, you'll see those 3 characters up in the top left that have kind of like that camera icon spinning around them. That means that those are story mission characters that you can swap in for your main characters if you want to use those instead. So if I wanted to use a healing character instead of a damaging character, then I will probably want to swap her out for that character because I do have 2 long-range attackers. So I do need a healer for this battle, and so we're going to jump in. I'm going to show you how it works. There is repeating battle. It doesn't automatically do it. Your characters will run through the stage and fight and stuff like that, and it will take some time. There is ×2 and auto combat and everything like that. So I'm going to let this kind of go through and just take down these first couple of bosses, first couple of stages and things like that so you can see what the combat looks like. However, I do like the idea that you can see the skill descriptions on the bottom left. So if you pay attention to the bottom left, you can actually see the icon kind of pop up on the bottom left, that description there to let you know what the ability works. Now you can see I've got a boss in the center. However, there's these guys on the side that I need to target, and if I don't target those guys, then they are going to heal the boss in the center. So I need to focus down those guys first. I'm going to grab this guy, move him to attack the one in the very back. I will say though, you can't really control the camera, so it can be a little awkward. But that's totally okay. But I do like the fact that certain combat scenarios have mechanics behind them that you have to pay attention to. I came in here my first time and just kind of let it auto combat go through it, and the boss's life was not going down and he was wiping out like a lot of my team, and I was like, what is happening? And I realized because the guys in the back were healing him up. So I'm gonna jump back in through this scenario one more time and let you know, like, each character has passive, or each character has 2 active abilities. However, not every character has a passive ability and not every character has a leadership skill. So I will actually show you that a little bit later in the video. We're going to go through and just kind of play through this one more time so you guys can get a better idea of what the combat looks like. Now, when you do use a character from the story, you can't use them again for another 24 hours. And so it prevents you from using them if you're going to auto-repeat through it. So we'll go ahead and just take this guy through because he is awakened at least once. You see he's got like the 4 red stars. Now, when it comes to the aesthetic of the game, I really like the look of this game. I think it looks really good, but that's more of my own personal opinion. I like this kind of, it's not a chibi art style. You know, I'm not always the biggest fan of chibi art styles for characters, but it's not like full 3D modeled versions of them. But I like the overall art style. I think it looks really good. So we're going to go ahead and take out the bad guys. Like I said, every character has abilities that you can activate on the bottom right. You can have up to 4 characters on a team, and you can manually activate those abilities if you want to. However, I'm not really far enough into the game where I have to pay attention to what abilities activate what, so I'm gonna do fine with how things are kind of going right now. Now, like I said, not every character has a passive or leadership skill. Certain characters have passive abilities, certain characters don't, and I will show you that a little bit later after this I'll show you the actual characters and things like that. Now, when you run through dungeons, you get experience, you get gold, you can also get monster drops, you can also get equipment drops as well. This game does have an equipment system that has different rarities to equipment, star ratings, and things like that. And it also has the equipment bonus set. So if you want to give your character 40% increased attack, you have to equip 4 pieces of the attack set in order to do that. Now, when I jump into the hero system right here, one thing that kind of bugs me, and it's just a little bit of a gripe, is when you want to look at the equipment sets for specific characters or enchant specific characters, you have to go back to the info screen, select the character, and then you can go over here and then kind of swap in and out, but specifically for the enchanting one. So if I want to do something like this, like go and look at this big troll guy, it's going to want to use it as a sacrifice. So if I want to look at the troll dude, I got to go back to info, click on the troll dude, and then go back to the enchant in order to enchant it. It's a little bit of a gripe thing. It's not something that I particularly like too much. You can also swap them out from there. It's like this little extra buttons. I wish I could just like kind of pick which characters I wanted to do right there, but whatever. Now, when it comes to equipment, like I said, you can go through and equip items to the character. So if I were to go and show you this one, I've got a couple of 4 stars on her, a 5-star. Now, when it comes to this character, I don't have any set effects set up just yet. I'm just using whatever the strongest equipments that I have. And you can see how many equipments of each piece you have are there, which I really like. So I've got 1 weapon, 1 armor, 0 cloak, 0 orb, 2 necklaces, and 2 rings. So it kind of gives you an idea of which items I've currently got. So if I wanted to equip a necklace on, I could go over here and go ahead and equip. Boom, and now I've got a necklace set up. Now the other thing I like too is if you click on the set, it'll show you the different sets that you have. You have attack, HP, recovery, attack speed, attribute, defense, critical, and strike, and it lets you know how many pieces of each equipment that you have for that specific set. So for strike, in order for me to use a strike one, I have to have 4 pieces of a strike equipment item in order to obtain the increased critical damage. And so I can kind of get a really quick glimpse if I were to head back to the set that I've only got 2 pieces on my strike set, so I don't have enough yet to be able to get the full set effect. Now, another thing that I like, and if you guys have been following the channel, and if I ever do these hero reviews, you know, the hero gacha reviews, I love it when they show you visual progression for a character. So if I head back to my info, and I've got my Kiara, my level 26 Kiara, 5-star, is you can awaken the character, and you can actually get, let's actually go to the book information so I can show you what that kind of looks like. Kiara right here. So she's currently 5-star, however, if I awaken her to a red 5-star, her visual look will change slightly. And then you can actually awaken her even more. You can awaken her a second time, and she gets some kind of golden trim, which I really, really love. And then they've got these, and I don't know specifically what they call it. I think it's their transcendent, but you can transcend them 2 more times and eventually get to this like transcend twice, like, and it makes the character look so freaking badass. Like, look at this. She looks amazing, and all I'm thinking about is I want to get her up to the max level so I can specifically transcend her to this max and unlock her passive ability, unlock her leadership ability, and everything like that, because she looks absolutely amazing. Like I said, not every character has a passive or leadership ability right off the bat. So if I were to go ahead and take a look at my fish dude, he does have a passive and a leadership skill, but if I look at my main guy, he has a leadership skill, but no passive ability. But if you look at Kiara, she does have a leadership skill, no passive, but if I do awaken her, I will eventually unlock that passive ability. Now, I do want to show you guys the enchantment section in the game, because I did max out one of my characters, this cat girl right here. Gotta go back. It's like the cat girl. I am going to go ahead and rank her up. Now, in order to rank her up, and it's actually pretty easy, I got her to max level 25 at this point for a 3-star. Fairly quickly, like really, really quickly. And then I received some, and they're like experience monsters and rank up monsters. Now I just used an experience monster on this fish dude right here, and got him up to max level, or level 25 instantaneously. So it was really easy, so I can go ahead and actually rank her up and use this max level, because you need another max level of the same star rating in order to rank them up. Now, once you rank them up, their level goes back down to level 1, but they go up to 4 stars. So let's go ahead and enchant her. Oh, no, sorry. Go ahead and do this. Rank up, 20,000 gold. Yes, let's go ahead and proceed. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. 4-star Amarin, which is awesome. Now I've got my second 4-star. Now I'm going to have to go back through and actually enchant her. Level her up a little bit. I'm just going to go ahead and sacrifice a couple of these little dudes. I've got a duplicate of her. It doesn't really give that much experience. I'm not going to waste it. But you can get these experienced monsters that you can use specifically for leveling up characters. There are daily quests you can see that are constantly popping up, letting me know that you can get special rewards and things like that. Now, one of the things I do want to show you, and I'm probably not going to jump into and actually show you what it is, but in the dungeon section, there's the soul dungeon. You can only run through this once a day, but you get soul tokens, which you can then go to the soul shop and buy tickets, monsters for skill ranking up, 5-star tickets, 5-star selection tickets, but it takes a long time because you can only enter it in once a day. That's it. Once you enter once a day, it's over. You can't enter in again, which kind of stinks because you can't really grind it out at the beginning. You have to go through and battle the lower levels to eventually lock the higher levels. So it's a way to kind of block progression for you if you want to get those special tokens. Not specifically like progression for your account, but all those special rewards that you can unlock, which is kind of annoying. The other thing too is this Money Cat dungeon, which is the gold dungeon. If you've ever played another gacha game, you know that there's a gold dungeon. However, with this one though, it's interesting because you can only enter the gold dungeon if you have a Money Cat ticket, and you get those Money Cat tickets by running through the main story, and a Money Cat will just randomly appear and you have to kill it, and then it'll drop the Money Cat ticket. Now when you jump into these Money Cat dungeons, I'm not going to actually show it because it takes a little bit of time, is the Money Cat has like tons and tons of life, and you're probably not going to end up killing it, but the more damage you do to the Money Cat, the more gold you end up getting back from it. So that's kind of it for the game. I've been really enjoying the game. It is more on the basic side, but I love the art style, and the gameplay is fairly fun. I've been really enjoying it, and I do recommend you guys giving it a try. But before we end the video, we are going to do a couple of summons, because I want to show you guys what the summoning looks like. And I did save up enough gems. Now the game does give you a decent amount of gems through simply logging in, playing the game, things like that, that within about a day or two you can get enough gems to be able to do a 10-time summon for free. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a 10-time summon right here, 3 to 5-star, and pray that we get another 5-star, because that would be amazing. Specifically, I am looking for a healer. So let's go ahead and open up this one. We got a Merman Shaman. Okay, sorry, I just realized the video had frozen once I had the Merman Shaman pop up. So we had Merman Shaman, Smig, the Lich, Cyclops, Ent, and a Themor. So we're still going through the rest of our summons. Sorry for that weird break, but let's go ahead and finish the rest of these off. We've got Ducky, Kelly Wood, which is a sweet name. That would be an awesome name for a detective. We've got a Noel Archer, and then another Ducky, and then probably a 4-star character, which is bada bing, Bianca. I love the 3D art style for these characters. Now let's see, let's head back. She is a fire attribute ranged DPS, which I've already gotten tons and tons of those. I have tons of ranged DPS characters in this game. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more mobile gaming videos coming in the future. Alright guys, I'll see you next time.